So we've waded through all the stuff that we want to do. Ron's got all of his parts that he wants. I've got all my parts that I want, and we're both happy with where we're at. So it is time to begin mixing. At this point, I've got all the parts separated out and put in here. I keep the bass and Ron's musical sections comped to one track, and use the other channels for things like solos that have to be automated and changed in the mix. Also, I run different effects on each channel. Like, let's take my guitar. If we listen just to it for a second. And I've hit stop, and you still hear the delay going. Use a little bit extra compression. Put things like heavy delays and reverbs and such on in this way so that I can change them and turn them off. You never really want to record with a ton of delay or reverb. It's kind of like salt when you're cooking. You can always add more, but you can't take it away. So, we've got all of that set up in here. We actually have something that resembles a song at this point. Alright, so at this point all that I'm really doing is just getting the levels where they need to be. Like I said, things like automation, using the faders up and down. Essentially get the levels right and get a good mix with a good flat EQ. And after that we move on to the final stage, which is mastering, which is coming up right about now. Alright, so we are mixed and we are ready to go to the final stage, which is mastering, which is also something that I do. In this case, what made Across the Line very different from other albums that I had to mix. I had to take every song, all these different tracks you see are all the different songs from the album, and put them all in one session in order to master them, which means that each one does have its own little set of EQ and everything on it, just to balance it out and do some different stereo widening effects to it, which helps to make it sound very big. But right down here we have the track we've been working on. We've got Across the Line. It's this one here. Right above it we've got the intro to it that I've added on. In order to make everything crossfade, I just basically put one over the other, and I go into my basic mastering tools. That's all of this stuff here on the final output channel. Mastering is essentially the process that cleans everything up as far as EQ, gives it all a nice level sound, and more importantly makes it very loud. So, we've done all that stuff. It's all rigged and ready to run. So let's kind of jump in here right in the middle of the intro and see how all this flows. Watch this fader, you'll be able to watch the automation come in and auto fade it down when it hits the next piece of music. There you go. We have a finished song, and at this point we have a finished album, which you can pick up at www.progrockrecords.com right now, and it'll be in all your favorite stores on April the 8th. This is Chris Brown from Go Circus, and I think it's about time to start work on the next album. What do you think? See you later.